So I wanted to make this video to showcase kind of a silly build that I've been running in Warframe for a very long time, or at least, well, for as long as I've had it for. It's not meta at all. You can kind of see that. It's not like it's fun. I think it's good-ish. It's basically dumping all your stats into strength, uh, and using Eclipse and Hollow Mirrors. You completely forget about Prism. This ability doesn't exist. You don't use this, or at least I don't use this. Um, the all into duration and strength, and this could be stronger because I don't have all my mods maxed out. More transient fortitude, more narrow-minded, and more intensify. This Constitution could probably be replaced with any other it's not super meta other than like the kind of the star of the show, um but it's fun. But this could be replaced with what, up to you. I just like the duration. I like not having efficiency is at 55%, so you want your abilities for as long as possible. I'm not running flow on this because I don't think it's really necessary. um Growing power because it's more strength. Um, but I like to dump it all in the strength. I max it out as much as I possibly can. I've got 5 Tau Forged Archons, red Archons. These weapons don't matter. Your companion kind of matters if you want like more fire rate. I don't know if this affects melees. I haven't really looked into that. I know Tenacious Bond does work on the Glaive Prime, which is like the star of this build because, um, for some reason, Glaive explosions double dip in Eclipse buff, so it does 2 times as much damage. I think. I don't like I. It's on the wiki. It feels like it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Maybe it's a bug. I don't know. Not that I've noticed, but this is the build. Again, it's not meta. This is probably the most meta thing. Mirage, I don't know if she's the most meta frame. I think she's fun. She's my favorite frame. But otherwise, this is what you've got. This one could also be like my Sacrificial Steel isn't maxed out. Sacrificial Pressure isn't maxed out. Um, and I'm sure there are ways to optimize this build. But this is just how I've been running it. Hi, Editing Maya here. I just realized I didn't explain the Glaive Prime build at all. It's basically just heavy attacks. I explained it, but I didn't explain it. You have like heavy attack efficiency and heavy attack damage and wind up speed, so that it's faster. Status damage for your slash and your electricity and your blast procs. You need Volatile Quick Return. This build will not work without Volatile Quick Return. This is necessary to have. Critical damage is good because this has a decently high critical chance on heavy attacks. Sacrificial Steel is decent if you want more critical damage. Galvanized Steel also works. It's just less critical chance. And you hold on. I think it's only like you won't get guaranteed crits on a heavy attack. To my knowledge, at least. Maybe I just can't do math right, but I'm fairly certain in this build you need this if you want guaranteed critical attacks on your heavy strikes. But yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to run through the build because I completely forgot to do that. So these are probably the strongest enemies you can find for this testing. So the gist is you press your 1, you press your 2, you press your 3. I should have done an attack first to get my what's it called? Growing strength, growing power, 25%. But still, you get 852% within power, and as you saw, kills everything. Basically, all dead in one shot. Of course, it's not at its max strength. I could have gotten. I can do that right now, but there's also I'm running Molt Augmented for churning out a little bit extra strength. Usually when you start a mission you want to get some statuses going so that you've got everything at the highest strength now are at 909%. And yeah, just crazy fucking damage in a radius. And then there's also melee influence. I don't know how much that really does for the build. It does spread the slash stacks, I believe, because Glaive Prime has guaranteed slash. But you know what? I'm going to go and do an actual thing. I'm going to test this out, because this is just simulacrum. Simulacrum isn't accurate entirely. So I'm going to go into a bounty for fucking 1999, because I think that's like the highest bit of content you can do right now. There might be Netra cells. I'll do a 1999 bounty. So we've got, we'll do this Skuldra Exterminate bounty real quick. Yeah, do it solo just to get the full. You could definitely make this build stronger by having like a squad mate with roar before you use your abilities to just get way more ability strength. There's a lot of support frames you could use that would just make this better. I didn't entirely mention this in the simulacrum, but this build has terrible survivability. Well, it's not terrible, but it could be better. Like I said, this build is completely like all in on strength. So the most survivability there is the prime redirection, which, like I said, you could probably take out like Constitution for more survivability if you want. I don't particularly mind playing a little more carefully. So like as long as you know what to like this die really hard at Toxin. So maybe Adaptation would be decent, Rolling Guard would be decent. I'm kind of a cheat, and I just go into my Drifter so that I don't have to deal with it, because it saves me mod slots, and if I can just kind of go and then wait for the status to go away. It's a little fun fact if you didn't know that, but you can wait in your Drifter to let your status go away. But yeah, you're seeing the damage numbers, you're seeing the shit. It's strong as hell. Like I said, it's not meta, but I think it's fun. And it works. Like, you don't need to use the Glaive Prime, you can use any Glaive, you can use really anything. Every Glaive explosion double dips in Eclipse, but I like the Glaive Prime the most. Probably the strongest Glaive. I haven't tested it, but I'm fairly certain it is. I'm not like a professional build, like I take this with a grain of salt. But if you get tired of the Glaive, you can always, like, I have this new core build where it's an Enervate and it just fucking shreds rooms. It's a pretty good one. Maybe I'll do another video on it because I think it's particularly fun, but just annihilating enemies, it's kind of ridiculous. Stickhead. What are you doing? Oh, it's fucking Nyx's. I forget you can do that. But yeah, this is like it's really like it makes a lot of content. Like, of course, this is not like early game viable particularly. It's really expensive. The Glaive Prime is probably like 300 platinum right now. But again, this is more of just a for fun build. This isn't the best Mirage build you're going to get on the market. I mean, it's up to you as an interpretation as a player, because that's how this game is. I think it's fun. It's my favorite build to run. It's what I've been running on Mirage for a while, and then once I found the Glaive Prime, I've kind of just been using it, and kind of hard to find another melee to use when you've got a melee that annihilates enemies like crazy. I wish you could see damage numbers at the end, but like all total damage, that'd be nice, but not necessary. You can see it. I can see it. It's doing a shit ton of damage, and it's killing shit fast. I just wanted to make like a quick little video talking about it. I don't know how many people really know about the fact that Glaives double dip on Mirage's explosion, or on Mirage's Eclipse, but it's fun. It makes the game pretty easy. If it's not easy enough, I guess. But yeah, see you guys around. Maybe I'll make another Warframe video.